Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Punter Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Denver. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie out of Oklahoma State. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest. And runs like that gets the ball rolling.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Back to 60. Back to 60. Go.
We'll work against the blitz. His first throw is an interception. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to...
Fights off the tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. No, the Broncos get to this one. Did not want to start like that. They get their shot to show what they can do, and they cough it up immediately, and they're off the field in one play.
Did you see what I saw there, Kate?
Let's go now.
I think I saw the excitement leave their body as somebody else was on top of that fun ball. If you're the type to believe in omens, this is a very worrying start to this game.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
That linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field. All I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp, because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What?
Up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
79 Broncos. Rig alert. Rig alert. 70 Timberwolves.
They go play action on 1st down. He's going deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back now, pressure coming. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos parlay the turnover into a lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Smith on the return. And And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on it. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man, it's Drake London. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. He picks up 28 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hey, Silver.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd, and that playbook is wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completes, dialing up Collins again. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks trim the lead to 1. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Seahawks tie this game 7-7.
Here's the run. Josh Jacobs off the right side. It's a good start for the first down. Green Bay across the 25. Goes with it. It's the Raiders game and, the Washington game. And, and you start feeling it, the belief coming. And this just doesn't, this group, I'm talking about coaches and players combined, it's rare. It really is. And I can't say enough good things about the people in this building. Ryan's done a great job bringing this collection of people together. And, man, they're mentally tough. They're physically tough. I know we're going to fight you for 60 minutes. And in a game like that, even though the odds are against us there that late, we're going to keep on swinging and make some plays when we needed to. So I couldn't be more proud of the group. I mean, I'm very fortunate to be in the position I'm in, coaching these guys, and not something I take for granted. So I'll go ahead and open it up from there.
Final pass to DJ come to life from your origin stages to you executed them.
The final play, that was one that we put in, and we ran in practice on Thursday, and it almost looked identical to that. I thought Caleb threw a dime in practice, and DJ came down with it, and that it may or may not be there, but we timed that one up right. DJ ran a great route, and Caleb threw him a great ball. But I think it is also a testament to our preparation over the course of the week. I think the coaches do a great job coming up with good ideas to put our guys in good spots, and then when you go out and you execute it on the practice field, it does become game day reality for us.
Describe your emotions in this final 3 minutes of regulation and overtime in the face.
I mean, my emotion, I try to keep them in check and steady Eddie. I was having some headset issues there at the end, and so that got the better of me at the end. But other than that, I try to stay conscious of what's going on, and my job on game day is to not only just call the offensive plays, but make sure that we're managing our timeouts correctly and the penalties and everything of that nature. And so it's hard to do that if I get too emotionally up and down. That's just what I've learned about myself over the years. So like I said, though, I mean, I love it for these guys. I think they just did a phenomenal job here tonight.
Today, the first option on that touchdown play, that was kind of he was kind of trying to explain.
Well, we had a lot of answers. that's one of those plays that we felt like, depending on the coverage, it would change who the primary receiver was going to be. And so the play before, they cover zeroed us, and Caleb was aware of that, and they came back on fourth down and did the same thing, cover zero, and on that particular play, Jade was our zero answer.
Like, seeing a guy like that, you know, where he hasn't caught too many passes this year, just him coming through there, and Caleb coming through with the blitz, with the pressure, what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, that's why we do what we do over the course of the season, though. And I know to the people that haven't been in the building, it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to the undrafted rookie on fourth down. Well, you know, we see what he does every single week. We see how he goes about his business. There's a reason why we didn't want to expose him to the waiver wire and someone coach him after the preseason. We see a bright future for this guy, and he's done nothing but steadily improve over the course of the season. The coaches trust him. Caleb trusts him. And so when it's a big moment like that and you're not sure exactly what coverage they're going to be in, as I described the play, anybody could get that ball depending on what they call. I had a lot of confidence that he was going to come down and get it, and so does Caleb. So that's where we're at as a team right now. I feel like everyone trusts that whoever's out there on game day, they're going to come through for us. It doesn't matter who it is at this point.
Real goals for a premium for you guys. What was your reaction to how Kyle handled the Augusta?
He did a phenomenal job, and I think that's a big asset for us. He's been here. He understands that wind. He does a great job in practice. He gets a lot of time on task with it. I thought he handled it really, really well, and a huge reason why he got a game ball.
It's the decision to go for the extra point, finding TP rather than 2 point.
Well, 2 point conversion percentage is under 50%, so I felt like we had about a 50% chance to win it in overtime.
You see Caleb's results. You see
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Really finishes.
I
think that says about this.
Can't slip that initial tackle.
It's hard for me to comment entirely on his performance just off the cuff like this, but he came through and he always makes plays when needed. Clutch like that. We'll go back, we'll look at anything that we could have done better in the course of the game, but I thought he always he understands the situation so well. You know, we're down by 2 scores, and hey, we're going to score as fast as we can here. Got it. You know, and he's all over it, trying to work as quickly as we can. And I think he gets better every single week, Jason. I think that's something we keep talking about. I really do think he is playing some of his best football right now of the year.
So for this development seems to be in this intense playoff race.
Hurts now from the gun.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for our entire team. We got a lot of guys that don't have playoff experience, that don't have meaningful games in December experience, right? I mean, it's when you look at it, so it's a little bit foreign territory for a number of them. We talk about keeping our poise and what it takes to win these games, and I think we're going to continue to get better and learn how to handle. What I wasn't happy with here today were the number of penalties we had. We had a couple of those, 15-yard variety that I thought we could have done a better job just making sure we didn't commit those, and that would have helped us a long way. And again, especially with the weather being the way it was, every yard mattered in a game like this. So overall, though, I think they handled it really well. Yeah, I mean, we got our short yardage plays during the week, and that was one that felt strongly about, obviously. And probably the last thing in my mind was that
you feel strongly about that.
This is what I saw on tape and what it looked like in practice during the week.
The belief for this team, you can describe it as where
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Yeah, I don't think I've been around a team that just, when it's this late in games, just they don't bat an eye. You don't feel any despair on the sideline from any of the phases. You know, you might feel it in the stadium a little bit. You know, you could feel the fans kind of coming to life again. You know, once we got a little momentum going in the fourth quarter. But our guys, they don't miss a beat. They just keep plucking along, and you know, they know good things will come if we just keep on swinging away.
Speaking of that, you've now been through a full season. What are your reactions to it now?
From the 43.
Yeah, no, I mean, this has always been a big one. You know, it's my first 2 games, obviously, with it, but, you know, it means a lot to people in the organization. It means a lot to the city of Chicago. You know, and it came down to the wire, really, in both the games. So it's going to be an exciting future, I think.
And it was fun to get here. Pretty unpunishable. So early in the game for you guys, but that's just really bad.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
What changed for you guys now?
Shoot, man, I gotta go back and I gotta look at that, man. I don't know off the top of my head. You know, there were a number of things that weren't quite clicking there during the middle of the game. Felt like we're moving the ball, so serious, obviously. And, it became one of those games pretty quickly where you knew it wasn't going to be many possessions. It was going to go by. They did a great job controlling the clock, and so I think we had 3 possessions in the first half, and we knew our opportunities were going to be limited there in the second half. So, you know, yeah, I got to go back and I got to look at the play action exactly what went right.
How frustrating is that?
He picks up 20. And that means a first set of downs for Seattle.
Yeah, I don't know that it's frustrating. You know, it's especially when your defense is holding up the 3s instead of giving up the 7s. You know, and so you know that even though they're possessing the ball as long as they are, that you're still in it. You're only down by a score, and you're going to be just fine. So, you know, it's a matter of just putting a few good plays together and capitalizing. Thank you.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Broncos will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
To throw here on 1st down. Goes off Popeye's back. Room to work at the 35. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. 25 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. They're going to try and throw it here. Sends this to the end zone. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. He's got McBride complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Offensive line fast.
8
yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing it again here. Downfield, this finds Waddle. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Let's see how McManus handles a 26-yarder.
Looking inside the red zone. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
And if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. This offense in position now.
First catch of the day.
Goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Here. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running.
This one that looks okay.
79 Broncos.
They'll pass on 3rd and goal. They bring it down again. No timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try to field goal right now.
That is a wow. Maybe that's a double wow for me. 2 sacks in the previous 3 snaps. I can really criticize quarterbacks, and too often I do, to get rid of the football, but that is about a defensive effort. Knowing what's on the line when you get into situations in the red zone, can't do it much better than that. See, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off of the touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
We'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Returning it from the 4. He's hauled down, and what is the final play of our first half? That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Green Bay has moved the ball quite a bit, 180 yards, but only 2 field goals to show for it. First place in the NFC North.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Well, right side is caught by Jennings. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
It's again with another nice play. 2 on this drive.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Trying to get the Bears on the board.
Trying it inside, gives Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Goes to the hurry-up offense here.
And deep territory inside the 40.
Hurts. And it's intercepted.
Good thing that
And the
everyone's
Broncos are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
So that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Drop 60, drop 18 Cardinal, 18, 19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Lobs this deep down the middle. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
That's a good old-fashioned playground for the Bears defense. The elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Seahawks 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
secondary burst and he'll pick up 12 yards.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
It's over one. Shoved out of bounds there.
Back to work after throwing the pin. We should have had another one there. Defense getting opportunity after opportunity to pick it off. 2 in a row now slipped away.
Yeah, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Receivers
again on
to switch from these Burns.
This one's going to be incomplete as well. Repeat of the last play. Defender there to deny them the catch. Now it's 3rd down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Just talking at the sideline. Let's talk about this throw. I like talking about that more.
3rd and long for him here.
The bench in the second quarter.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. It's 16 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First down from the 42.
Today, Swift and Mononga, we've been telling you how good they've been. So I just don't see that.
And again, here's Hurts. And that's incomplete.
His way down to the 32. It's another solid game.
Connect. 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw any coverage too many times.
Gets in and he starts to just gets in.
Hurts yet again. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw. 3rd and long.
You can tell.
A normal old style with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this group. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Snap. Runs his way over the 16-yard line. And he's going to go.
Now cross the 50 and starts pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Sneaks in. So McManus, even though they're all short, had nothing easy in this win. And Green Bay backed off by 10.
Pressure coming. Escapes the pocket. And wisely avoids contact. Sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Looks like they're going to give him the first.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38.
Go street. Deputy Lion.
Spares 10 pounds. It's 3rd and 12. Over the middle, has completion of Lynch.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he is stopped with authority there. That stop came later than they'd like. He gets a good bit and that first down.
And he does do that, so it's a one-score game with the seconds left. It sealed the decision.
And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Here's a throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. Complete on the option. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead off the turnover. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. Just to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Now Boswell on to send this away.
Step with it.
Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. A little revenge from the coverage team there after they gave up a pretty nice run back. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Once again, there are so few times the backup quarterback and the starting center are taking steps. Dennis Allen, and then the home break. What a coach of sits down the field.
Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he won't find much there as it reaches the 41. Stops by Chop Robinson.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call premium catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And downfield, and he finds London. They're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Your quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a closer throw, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows hundredfold with your teammates.
Warren here from the gun. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Trying to schedule a free consultation. Go to sitmeansit.com. That's sitmeansit.com. Check out their Milwaukee and walk shop pages. Wolf, Cash to the end.
It's easy for me tonight. I just wanted to pull up the stat line, but you don't get a lot of reps as a backup quarterback. You don't know when you're going to get called upon. And when you do, you're going to be asked to lead the football team. Malik Willis has done it. 9 of 11, a $121, a tutter, and an 81.4 QBR. And most importantly, put your
right away into your distance. You're usually on the linebacker horse, and you can just body people up and just throw it right on.
There are some ways that we haven't yet seen them use tight ends yet. You know, and when I say that, I'm talking about catch the ball, boom, the matchup, throw a jump ball right now, and this is down the middle. Attack too high, down the middle, let them go up and get it, the push off, push off in space. It always works. It always works. He's never called it. And we haven't seen that, and I know that's something that can be in any offense coordinator's pocket.
So as a defender, when you were going against some of the league's best tight ends, was that a tough matchup? Like some of these guys that are 6'5", they can run like gazelles. Talk about how that is matching up against guys like that, like a Love.
I'll talk about Jimmy Graham or Jermichael Finley who played for the Packers. They were really good. I mean, Jimmy Graham was a great jump ball guy, and Drew Brees trusted him. So if there were any pressure, if there's anything going on, you can just throw it up. And the percentage of Jimmy Graham going up and hitting it was extremely high. Yeah, extremely high. Jermichael was a back shoulder fade guy. He'd get on the edge and Aaron would just throw it to him. Throw it to him, you can throw it up, you can throw a back shoulder fade, or, in short yardage situations, or if you got to near the end zone, Jimmy would push off, turn around, and the ball's on you right there. As soon as he turns around, the ball's right in that pocket. So there's unique ways to use the tight ends.
And on the defensive side, I was going to say about just some of the run gap issues. That's something we were talking about during the game, especially up front, right? With front seven at times. Defensive lineman out of the gap, Grady Jarrett, Javon Dexter, not in the right gap. They're gashing runs. Sometimes linebackers hitting the
not coming downhill. Right. Now, I will say, one thing I'll say, I thought Tremaine actually did a job.
Fresh set of downs now.
There were times where it looked like he might have been a blitz call. I did not like the way TJ moved against the runs. I don't think he attacked the line of scrimmage, and because of that, he was scraping down the line. And when the ball was being tackled, he was about 3-4 yards away. And of course, that's what you were saying. The D-line, I think D-line struggled a bit against the run, but it was also a combination of them and the line.
Yeah, but I look at the defensive line. So in an attacking style defense, it really does not matter if you get I think the times that they're getting reached, they're peekaboo in and trying to go this way. Whatever you're going to do, get off the ball fast, attack the line of scrimmage, and you'll fit off. Like the linebacker will fit off. As long as you're being decisive on what you're doing, you're causing penetration, you're causing that ball carry to either cut back or stretch it out. You're going to affect it.
There's a lot of peekaboo. There's a lot of peekaboo. I saw Spain up there peeking in this gap right here. Somebody getting into the outside gap. You know, you got to be strong with that. You have to be gap sound. And the B gap sound means, listen, I have to trust that when I get into this gap, I'm gonna own this gap because the guy next to me is gonna do his job. But you can't try to do your job and his job because when you do that, you screw everybody.
Yeah, it's all about being physical, but also there's physicality situations that happen.
This has been a winning.
I felt like the receivers, they were just, it was routes on theirs. Like they were in zone coverage and they let these receivers get off the ball and just get right into zone coverage, and it was just routes on there. It's like, yo, go up there and challenge these guys. Like, get your hands on these guys, reroute these guys, and throw the timing off a little bit. You know that you have trouble with the defensive line getting to the quarterback. So you have.
I found it.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
So, Zoom, you think it's more...
Start the drive with warning. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Finds him over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
This game or them just being afraid of getting beaten?
I mean, you have to play the scheme, but at the same time, like, you can play the scheme and be physical at the same time.
That's right.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Guys, so much. That was a huge big cross.
On 1st and 10. It's hurt. And down he goes. The Broncos
so much better than this ball. Let me take that. All of it.
Big play drives. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common. We talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play,
one game ball lay down will have more. One game ball right.
They did take the ball away, and what they did do, that was...
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Hurts looking to throw. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there.
The official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% of...
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completes, dialing up Collins again. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Theatrics in Chicago. That story rivalry in the National Football League. They play more often than anyone. It's the Bears and the Packers. On a
shotgun snap for Hurts.
December day in Chicago, it's 3-0.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Here.
Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get
help
everyone
them to the locker room, ruled out with a concussion. Malik Willis played
Hurts throwing again. He has room past the 25.
Gain of 13. The Packers, they kept having to settle for field goals, and that ultimately proved costly. It's a 6-3 game.
Right, so the offense
Josh
does
Jacobs
its job,
in the
Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a
and the
chance to
Bears keep
overcome
holding
that
at the
big
football.
deficit.
And this defense has been incredibly opportunistic.
Feel it here in the
Deshaun
booth,
Wright
but you're right.
rips it
It's
out.
down to the defense to make
Remain
a stop and
Edmonds
give
is
them a
on it,
chance.
and the Bears prevent scoring of any kind.
And the Seahawks
Jacobs is
cut it to a field goal game.
this season. Not happy as he surrenders the kill there. Big 3rd-and-2. This is a gorgeous throw on a windy day in the Windy City. That's what
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point
You
game now.
cannot drop it out of the sky more perfectly than that. The Packers have a 13-3 lead late in the 3rd quarter. It's the same margin, 10. Each team has added a field goal. Caleb Williams here, under 5 minutes to go, takes off on 3rd and 10. Slid a little bit too early.
Good starting field position for the Broncos.
So
As they get
arbitrary
ready
heading
for
over
1st and
time.
10.
It's where the knee goes down as you begin the slide. Very next play.
Oh, Broncos with this. He's setting up to throw it.
This time he blows forward for a gain of a dozen. The Bears again settle for a field goal, and it's 16-9. Onside kicks never. No, here just backing up and it's the big play him, as they say.
When he dropped back to pass,
And
I was surprised
Santos
they were
got
willing
the
to put
good
it in the
bounce.
air.
Dobbs
About this
gets
defense, they weren't surprised. Now they give their offense
and the
a chance
Bears
to go
have an
win it.
opportunity. About a minute to go. That's the middle. That's DJ Moore. Under 30 seconds to go. It's 4th and 4. We wondered where the Packers go. See if they'll bring the house.
All set
Here
to
they
go
come.
now from the 35.
This guy hasn't been.
First down, Warren. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts.
Can't believe it.
They'll need to decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Literally to tie it. Now in overtime. Here's how the ball. Stay back. The snap. It's picked up by Emmanuel Wilson, who is stopped
Setting up
short
to pass.
the game. The turnover down.
He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to
Williams.
loose, incomplete.
He's got clean.
Jalen Moore on the intended target.
He's got
And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. But if the defense was flying around and making the play.
Dude, what?
The coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to
We just got down the studio floor.
I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate
has a chance
with one hand and not
to do
two
what you need to
hands
do.
on the football.
You win the football game.
And then,
you know, after they kind of get back in, when some mistakes that Willis fumbled snap, gives life to Chicago, and then, you know, we
Down
talked
a
about
score.
this, I
They're
think, a
going to
few
go for
times
this
this
on
year.
4th down.
A quarterback that is struggling, like the game's not going the way that he wants it to go. He's kind of playing uphill, and then he's got to make a couple plays at the end of the game, and he's able to do it. And so,
Desperation time
so
here.
the touchdown to Walker,
Put the body on his team.
Green Bay's
Now
trying
the
to get
Broncos
it
take their
out.
3rd and final
Two guys
timeout.
go for the underneath guy.
And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
This is one of those plays you're going to see on tape this week, I guarantee you. Not because of the catch, but because of the effort. Lays out and brings in the off-target throw.
To the line and 6. Here we go, 1st down.
Receivers against a very good defense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Teams pretty impressive.
It arrived at the
Check
ball
is
game
with
to
us if
bring
he
things
talks about
up.
college football.
And it sets
He's been
up
here the last
2nd
2
down.
days. We've been laughing about, you know, we take notes throughout these games. And I told him the story about during the NBA Finals. To explain to Ty that I had written all these notes down during the game about the Thunder, and then it was useless because he hit a buzzer beater.
All still on that 20. It's 2nd and
Be in
10.
trouble. Got to go to San Francisco. Got Detroit coming in, and that's what it felt like we were going to talk about, because it felt like Malik Lewis had done a wonderful job.
Oh, again, that looks like a pick, but they
win this
drop
game,
it. A chance
and
to
then
steal it away the end
recovery of the
zone.
onside
Just
after the
can't finish the
touchdown.
play.
I mean, that came actually to tie the game.
Just opportunity lost.
I can't even fathom what I just witnessed, but the Bears have done this over and over and over.
Any points on the
And I don't
series.
know when they
And
run out of
instead,
lives, but it wasn't a
just
day.
couldn't quite hang on.
Couldn't hang on to the interception, but the momentum's still on the defensive side here ahead of this third down. Here he is to throw. And that's got it, left side. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves him in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is.
And he didn't get it. Oh, the kick is no good. That leaves the door open for a field goal now to tie this game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Cougar 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Trap 60, trap 60.
We'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10. Here he is to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And that should be Seahawks football.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
A gift here to Warren. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
180, 180.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he's gotten very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Good. Set. 180, 180.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few